Hey everyone, let's get a garden update. Look around here. Of course, we got asparagus over there in the galvanized metal planter. We're walking by the big sugar maple and a holly, and down here absolutely full of romaine lettuce. Been eating a lot of this, and chickens love it also. Any excess, if it starts where I can't eat it all myself, I give it away, and also give it to the chickens. They love it. Plenty of it there. Just got, here comes the car, just got some pumpkins in the ground. There's 5 here, and we've got some cantaloupe down in this area. I actually just cut an X in this fabric and work in with a little hand cultivating tool, just kind of work in some good soil, composted soil, or something you might pick up for vegetables. But again, we got cantaloupes and pumpkins planted there through the fabric. We've got some more watermelons, and it looks like a dog left his footprints right there. It's also been digging in the front. We've got some corn going on right here, some sweet corn, just a little patch. All right, and these are the Jubilee watermelons, and they are doing well here. Johnny and Larry brought up those little plant sets for me. Everything else is pretty much from seeds here. Those are doing excellent, and I'll occasionally see them growing to the outside, and I'll move the vines to the inside, and they seem to cooperate real well. Got another patch of some sweet corn going on right there, 2 different kinds, and some beautiful flowers going on. I know we've got some comb flowers, different things, pollinators out here in the front. And thank you, Darlene, for doing such a great job weeding that. And these flowers pretty much just came back from last year. Jeannie, they just came back, except we planted some of the tulips that were here and some other things. But that's just a little center in the middle of the garden that helps us attract all those wonderful pollinators. Let's see what else we've got going on. Pretty flowers. All right, let's slip right over here. And it's hard to tell, but this is all sunflowers. This is about 1/8 of an acre of sunflowers, and they're doing well. I just broadcast these seed out. They're actually bird seed, black oil sunflower seed. My chickens love them, so I'll grow these and dry the heads out and help the chickens out with them. I'm also growing some field corn, just some yellow dent old field corn here in this. This is 1/8 of an acre of field corn also, and that'll be for the chickens. And that's about the only 2 things that aren't growing through fabric. So they need to get up tall and try to take over and get away from the weeds. Let's see what else we got going on. We got lots of cucumbers down this full 90-foot row. I've got slicing cucumbers and I've got pickling cucumbers all the way down that 90-foot row closest to us right there. We do have one new addition. Let's see. I'm in between rainstorms here right now. Let's see. We've added this tall trellis that I found on the property. It looks like an old display rack, a retail display rack of some kind. And I've got some peas planted on the other side, and they are just starting to come up. And my strategy here is this squash on one side is going to provide a lot of shade initially for these peas on the other side in the afternoon. So hopefully that'll help out. Again, the peas are coming up well right there. We've also got peas coming up all through here. They'll be growing on this cattle panel trellis. These are the 16-footers. One of the best ways I've seen to handle these. A lot of people just stake them down and go from there. It's hard to get your shape, but I actually take a piece of galvanized wire and put a loop on one side, tie it on, and then measure over. Let's say I want it 6 feet. Then that wire is 6 feet over to the other side. Boom, I make my shape and then set it in place so it's easy for me to handle by myself. I've got another one of those going on right here. Again, these are two different types of peas. These are English peas right here, and they are coming up as well. Hopefully we can get them some shade. We may have waited too long on them. Everything's doing well. I went through on all my cucumbers and my squash, and I picked the under branches, things like that, cleaned them out good. Actually go through and I mix a little dishwashing detergent, liquid dishwashing detergent like Dawn, in with some water, and just make it not too strong, and spray that all around the roots, that actually, not roots, but all around the bases of the plant. And you'll actually occasionally see some of the squash bug eggs. They'll lay them, a lot of people say, on the underside of the leaves. Yes, they do, but I saw plenty on the tops of the leaves as well. So make sure you cover all those, and simply just soap and water, liquid soap and water. So works good. Let's see what else. The beans are just taking over here and doing great. They're just awesome. I do help train the cucumbers and squash on the trellis fence, but the beans take care of it all by themselves. Here we've got tomatoes on one side and squash on the other. I've got okra just set out here right underneath my feet, but the squash are just doing great. I've already had one little batch come off, and I believe those got fried. So plenty of squash here. I'm gonna probably do some picking on those today. And yes, I sprayed these with simple Dawn dishwashing detergent in a pump-up sprayer with water, and then I can just pick my squash and not worry about some kind of chemicals on them. I just rinse them off and we're good to go. Be careful with that soap. It will burn sensitive leaves afterwards if you spray it and leave it in the sun. It will burn them. Don't make it too strong. I'm sure there's some guidelines on that out there. I guessed at it, so I'm probably not the best to tell you, but I just kind of put a light mixture together. Make sure it's a little sudsy when you spray it. Tomatoes everywhere, they're all doing good. Onions are doing good. Peppers are all doing good. Thank you, Darlene, for working on the onions for me a little bit. They're doing a lot better. Whoop, there's a skate. We usually pop those off. I didn't get that one. Those are edible. Let's see what else we got going on up here. This is what I use for the pump up, just as a pump up sprayer. And you can see I've got a light blue mixture from the Blue Dawn, and seems to work good, eliminating the squash bugs. It gets into their breathing holes or something like that, and they basically drown. It also takes the waxy film off of their skin that prevents them from drowning. But remember, it'll do that to the waxy film on leaves as well, so just be careful and don't overdo it. Got some more squash going on here, and the white you see on these is some diatomaceous earth. It works pretty good on the orthopods until it gets wet, and then it's kind of useless. So again, use a soapy water mixture sprayed around on them. I was gonna look and see if I saw any. I don't see any at all on these right now, so that's a good sign. Plenty of lettuce. Again, the chickens love this, and I love it as well. This is an experiment with some garlic corms and weeds. More lettuce, and more lettuce. We'll come out and give the chickens more of that later on. And I got grapes growing all over the fence right there, so looks good. Okay, carrots are doing well in the bags. Got more carrots planted later. We got more carrots there, and we got some lettuce. And the chickens got hold of that yesterday. Really got hold of it while they were out, but that's okay. We've got plenty of it, and they help us with eggs, so we're good there. Got more peppers I'm going to be transplanting soon. They like the hot weather, and we're about to get them going. And let's see, got potatoes. These potatoes are actually bulging in this grow bag down here right now. They are just, and I love these fabric bags. They're absolutely awesome. Uh-oh, something's been digging in my potatoes. If I leave those little potatoes uncovered, they'll get all green and nasty. So let's make sure we cover them up. Some critter was out here digging, probably a chicken. Lots of kale. I did some of this yesterday with some sauteed chicken. the kale, and actually put some romaine lettuce in with it, and it was out of this world, just out of this world. Let's see what else we have. All right, Johnny the blueberry bush is doing excellent. Got pretty blueberries on there. And again, thank you, Johnny and Larry, for the blueberry bush. It's doing good. Got my outdoor shower finished up. Actually, I still am going to put some gravel around the bottom here and provide a little French drain underneath. Got that kind of set up already. This little foldable bench is just make do right now, but I'm building a little bench that will be built in right there. And I'll build a little chase. I've got the materials for already, a little box that will enclose the plumbing that came out here, but turned out real nice. I know that's not about the garden, but I'll tell you what, after being in the garden and getting filthy all over, it's a fun place to come get clean. It certainly is. Got my shampoo right there. I don't think I have any inside right now. It's outside. Tomatoes everywhere to transplant. Actually started pulling up some elephant garlic, and boy, did it do well this year. This small batch right over here, let's walk and see it. I always walk by these onions at the same time, but I pulled up some of these already, and they're doing well. They are huge. This one is just absolutely bigger than a softball. Little volunteer tomatoes coming up, and I'm going to drop some more in this spot here shortly. We'll clean up all the weeds and get it going. But this elephant garlic will be turned into more cloves to plant next year, and this will basically be multiplied by 5. So check out our videos on how to make money with elephant garlic. Real simple, real simple. Let's check everything out over here. Hey, Jack, you are the star, buddy. How are you? You doing good? Man, you got lots of clover to eat. Lots of clover to eat. You doing well today? Huh? All right, we're going to go up here and look at the garden. Lots of clover out there. Lots of clover. All right. Here we have 2 types of carrots going on. And if you haven't seen our videos, this was actually the old shutters that were on this old farmhouse, and got them now as planters, doing well. Full of beans. I'm going to have plenty of beans everywhere. There's some squash underneath there, and 2 different types of carrots. That's a rainbow mixed carrot. So got it going. Got some pole beans. That's the stringless beans all along the fence, and they are already all the way to the top. And I think that's going to be a wrap. I hope you heard all the roosters crowing in the background. We got plenty of them. That'll be Tennessee Farm out. If you have any questions, comments, please let us know. Thank you for watching. See you soon.